What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Ride and Dad channel video, or welcome if it's your first time. Either way, very glad to have you. Doing something a little different, but not too different, I guess. It's pretty common for us to talk about bicycle stuff on the Ride and Dad YouTube channel ever since I lost, well, I didn't lose my house, but I lost the ability to live in my house, or the mold stuff is going on, and I've been getting into bicycle stuff. So let's roll the intro, and we'll talk about why you're here, which you already know because you saw the thumbnail, and hopefully you're not blind.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a feeling you found.
All right, so Galfer. You guys saw my M8 Softail build. If you didn't, shame on you, you should. But my M8 Softail is a Lowrider S. I put Galfer brake pads and Galfer cubic rotors on there. Completely changed the braking feel and performance, much better. I tried some Lindahl brake pads in the past with these stock rotors that were an improvement, but nothing even came close to how nice the Galfers were. It's just a lot of nice feedback. They didn't have any fade at all when I took it on the Tail of Dragon and rode very aggressively. I look forward to putting some Galfer components on, maybe even possibly changing it up, but Galfer is my go-to brake brand. So I look forward to putting on some Galfer, hopefully, products on the Sportster. Those I'm very excited about. Those even matter a little bit more because there's only a single disc in the front instead of the dual disc, which performs better to begin with, like I had on the Lowrider S. But anyway, enough about that. Today's video is about bicycles. A lot of you guys probably don't know that you could actually buy Galfer, not only Galfer rotors, but also Galfer brake pads for bicycles. Now, my Super 73 e-bike that I probably should talk more about on the channel. I should probably do like a general kind of review video on that if you guys are curious or wanting to know. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me talk about that. That's the bicycle. I'll put a picture of it up now that looks and is designed to be almost like a dirt bike or like a cafe racer, kind of like just an electric bicycle. That's pretty fun. But yeah, so I upgraded the rotors to Galfer rotors on that, and I also updated the brake pads to an e-bike specific brake pad compound. This bike is I know it looks weird because the seat's all the way up, but it's a dropper post. But this is my actual mountain bike that I take on the trails and the jumps and stuff. And this is the bike that is literally made for that. It's an e-bike, so I can go, and I got an e-bike not because I am physically not capable of riding trails without an e-bike, but because, like many of you guys, I'm sure, I like to go fast. So if you like to go fast, e-bikes, that's the ticket, obviously. So the rotors, sorry, I had a little spit in my throat there. The rotors are okay. I think they're Shimano rotors because everything is pretty much Shimano. The Shimano brake pads, dropper post, everything is a Shimano kind of cohesive set on this bike as it came. Rotors are okay, although the front disc is starting to feel a little potentially warped. But I know bicycle rotors you could just bend. They even make machines to like true the rotors or whatever, just bend them back, whatever. However, when I do eventually need like to fix or assess the rotors, I'm just going to put Galfers on there and call it a day. The rotors are okay. They're pretty big. I don't know the sizes offhand, but I'd say, I don't know, maybe this is 180, something like that. I don't think they're 120s. I think they're 180s. I don't know. I think 180s. I don't see where, if it says anything, it's probably on the other side of it anyway, but they're center locks. They're not the ones that have like on a bicycle where you have like the multiple pieces or bolts and holes and whatever. But anyway, rotors are okay. The pads, after like the second time I got it out, the pads just felt like garbage. They were squeaking a ton. They had like no bite to them. They really sucked, which is not how expensive e-bike like this should handle, and that's not how they handled originally. So I took them out, sanded them down, which is a trick that you can do on brake pads. You just sand them with like a medium to about a medium, and then finish off with like a high or something because you want them to bite. So a medium to medium high grit sandpaper, just sand them. Make sure you put like the sandpaper on like a concrete or flat surface, and then you put the pads on top of that. That way you sand it evenly and you don't get any like high spots or weird patches or whatever. So I sanded the pads and put them back on and cleaned the rotors up with a bunch of alcohol, just scrubbed, made sure nothing was on there. And it worked a lot better, but it wasn't perfect. So I ordered the exact same pads I have on my Super 73, which is like double the weight as this and goes 33 miles an hour on throttle only. You know, you could even get it up quicker if you wanted to. And like, just everything is heavier. The wheels are heavier. Everything is heavier on the bike. So I got the same pads. I got the e-bike specific brake pads, just specific to these calipers that are on this bike. Flawless. These pads are amazing. So let me go ahead and show you how easy it is to install any brake pads, you know, non-specific, but we did the GALFER pads on any bicycle that you got, any regular bicycle, e-bike kind of thing. So as you can see, they have this kind of pin, almost looks like a cotter pin or like a bobby pin if you have a girlfriend or a wife that leaves their you know, bobby pins literally every single area of your house. You basically just bend the end straight again, remove the pin, and you need to take out both pads. The pads should come out the top, the opposite way of the center hub for your wheels. Basically, they have this kind of metal, it's almost like a spring. It acts like a spring, but it's just a metal piece in between these two pads. The new pads you get will come with their own metal piece. So you're going to pop absolutely everything out of there. Make sure while you're doing this that you do not press any of the brake levers at all. You know, when you have the brakes out, it's going to mess up where your rotors sit in your actual caliper. And it potentially is going to screw up your whole brake job. You could fix it, but pain in the butt, especially when you're just trying to do a quick brake pad change out. So just easier not to do it. Once you got the new pads, you're going to put them in the exact same way the old pads were. Make a sandwich, kind of do the spring in the middle, put each pad on either side of the spring, squeeze it together. All you have to do is make sure you clear the rotor itself and you're clearing the pistons within your caliper, or piston if you have a single piston. Just slide it back in there. It should fit exactly how it did before. Once you're done with that, you make sure that the holes line up where the hole with the original caliper is. Put that pin back in there, bend the end, and you are good to go.
All right, let's try to make a new personal best here. Take it fast where I can, slow down and chill where I can. Also, whoa, didn't lean enough into that one. Not a good start, but let's pick it back up. That was sketchy. I've gotten so much better at that turn. Carrying momentum, get up here. Oh yeah. Oh, we're flowing good now. Oh yeah. These new GALFER pads, working magic. Oh, got it. Just for continuity's sake, taking the easy way because it was the only one open for the whole time I've ever been here except today. Now they got a path going, which I'll try next time. Oh, jumpy jump. Don't want to skid into that tree like I did the one time. Oh yeah. Come down here. I don't know if it looks fast on camera, but it feels pretty fast in person. My second ride of the morning. Didn't want to get too tired and wait. And most of the course stayed the same. The old turnaround. Oh yeah. Ooh, almost got a little squirrely there. Galfer brakes really helped me out. Torque of the Shimano motor is like, I know there's different settings and I can change it, but sometimes it catches you off guard when you're not crazy used to it, which I'm not super used to it yet. But you're on like a route or something and then all of a sudden try to pedal out of it and get a lot more torque than you bargained for. Oh yeah, nice and smooth through there. My favorite jump coming up. Oh yeah! It's my favorite because it's small, but you have an opportunity to make it pretty big. I don't like this one. Gotten a lot better at it. But I don't like how it's at an angle. I just don't trust it. Even on an e-bike, this is still pretty good cardio. You might not realize it if you've never done it, but it's a whole body thing, for sure. I mean, obviously your legs, your core for stability, and obviously your arms, back, chest area for everything else of the bike. It's a whole body thing, for sure. A little bit of air there. All right, let's take the jumps. Let's go this side. I went the other side before. Oh, I'm gonna be, all right, let me take this one actually. Oh, that was a pretty decent one. Gather some speed to these banks, or berms, I don't know why I said banks. I really feel the wind in my hair. Slow up because this is not a very banked berm. I don't even know if you could consider that a full berm or not. It's kind of where the jumps end, but there are some twisties that still give me a little bit of motion sickness because I'm a little girl about it. I'm a 90-year-old in a young adult's body. Yeah. Having a good run so far, though. I tend to keep it that way. I hit my favorite jump in a well placed, I don't know, in a good, just well. I just hit it well. I don't know the word, I'm concentrating. All right, here's some berms. Mini berm. I always screw this up so I got a little bit slower. The roots in the middle of it throw me off. Oh yeah, here's this other jump coming up. Pretty decent. Came down a little harder than I wanted to though, wasn't ready for it. Misjudged. And this one I'm pretty bad at too. That wasn't that bad. Did better than typical. Ooh, skinned the side of my foot. That was close to catching the whole pedal on that route. Pineapple thing coming up. Squash down though. Doesn't really look much like a top of a pineapple plant anymore. Need to carry more speed into that one. Oh, that's good. All right, it's the tail end. Like real tail end here. Oh, we're good.
So that's it. There you have it. Super easy to do. Like I said, it changes the feel completely. I mean, you barely have to, which is how you want on a bicycle. For those of you who are getting into mountain bikes or bicycling or whatever like that, on a bicycle, it's not like a motorcycle where you typically do 2 fingers on the lever. What you really want to and most oftenly do is just 1 finger riding the levers, because you have to ride the brakes constantly throughout trails, and you want to barely have to press these levers, and that is exactly how these feel now. The e-bike, it's important to know, Galfer has 3 different brake rotor or brake pads on their site for bicycles. They have a green one, a purple one, and like a red one, I think, I believe. I don't know what color the base. So there's like a pro one that's green. That one, you could read all the pros and cons out about it and stuff like that. I know people that use those on e-bikes, but those are just designed for just the professional level of bicycling. The purple one is the e-bike, the one that we got that I have on 2 different bikes now. The main reason I got these is because it's more for longevity and a good wet and dry conditions braking. It's kind of the best all-around, most reliable performance of braking that they have, according to what I understand from their website, for bikes. And then they have like their lower end one, which is obviously still probably going to be an upgrade from what you got stock on the bikes, but is not going to come anywhere close to this e-bike compound or the pro compound, whatever they call it, the professional level or whatever the green one is. But yeah, I am extremely happy with these. They do require a break-in procedure, which, similar to motorcycles, a lot of people have a lot of different things to do with them. The easiest way to do it is just to ride. You don't want to go on the trail the first day without using them, but this goes for any bicycle or motorcycle. Just go up to, bicycle speeds are a little bit different. So you're just going to go a slow speed, coast down, slow speed, coast down, slow speed, coast down between 3 to 5 miles or 3 to 5 times for that per brake caliper. So front and rear, you're going to do that each, and then gradually increase the speed. Do like a medium speed, 3 to 5 times, same thing. Gradually slow down just enough for it to bite and break those in, and then a high speed, same thing. What I do is alternate. I do the front first, then the rear, then back to the front for medium, then back to the rear for medium, then back to the front high speed, back to the rear high speed, and then I generally do that whole process over again 2 to 3 times just to really make sure they feel good, and you'll feel the difference. You'll kind of get a general feel for when they're good to go. Same thing with motorcycle brakes. You'll feel them go from basically nothing and feeling like you're like worried that they're just not working or you did something wrong almost, to feeling pretty darn good, and like they're just really broken in well and they bite good and they're smooth at the same time. You'll pretty much be able to know when they're broken in efficiently and well enough. So I've taken this bike to the trail probably 3 times since I put the Galfer brakes on, and just like pretty much any vehicle you have, installing better brakes like I did on this bike, it was probably one of the best things I've done to any bicycle. And the same thing when I got the brakes done on the motorcycle. Having good brakes is not only confidence inspiring, it makes your ride better. It makes being able to slow down for different features and stuff. It's a great thing to have on bikes, either bicycles or motorcycles alike. And I 100% recommend these e-bike compound Galfer brake pads. Kind of a thing to note, the rotors that I have, I'll give you a picture of them right now if I didn't already in the beginning. The rotors I have on the bike, those have been great rotors. I have beat the hell out of those, like stopping a lot from high speeds, especially that bike is pretty heavy. I think it's like a 96-pound bike or 80 something or whatever. It's a relatively heavy bike, plus me, 170 pounds. It's a lot of weight to slow down quickly, and I've done that a ton on those brakes. Never had any issue with them at all. No brake fade, no rotor warping or anything like that. And they have a couple different colors for like they're floating also. So these Yeah, no, these are not floating. They look like they might be floating, but it's how the center hub interacts with them. Those on the Super 73 that I already pictured, those are actual floating rotors, which are something that I'll probably want to upgrade on this mountain bike. But yeah, Galfer, great. Side note, when I did originally buy these, just to speak on Galfer's customer service, I bought them from the Galfer website directly. They're the only ones that had the drop down of like every single different, caliper that the brake pads would fit, and you'd pick exactly which one. Every other site I could find didn't have like specific ones for that kind of style. I just figured it was easier to buy them directly from Galfer. I bought them, and like a day or two later, I got an email from one of the guys at Galfer. I'm like, hey, we just realized these were out of stock. We thought we had them. They're out of stock, though. They're not going to be in stock till I've had these on, I bought them before Thanksgiving. So they're like, they're probably going to hopefully be here by Thanksgiving. We'll ship them out like the week after Thanksgiving. By the time we get the truck and everything, in, our supplier that manufactures them, where they're actually made, they didn't get to the warehouse yet. They're back, the supplies are back ordered. It's like, yeah, he offered to refund the money or switch out a different brake pad or just wait. And I'm like, well, I really want them. Let's just wait. So I waited. They shipped out pretty much exactly what he said a few days after, but he gave me another email just to let me know. He's like, hey, heads up, they're a little bit later than we thought, but they're going to come out. And then they shipped, and the rest is history. They're perfect. Go buy yourself some. Go buy your motorcycle some. Galfer is a great product. I've had nothing but good results on any of the applications I've used with them or for. Either way, Galfer's great. Hopefully this helped. Probably a lot of you guys didn't even know that motorcycle companies like Galfer made brake pads and brake supplies like rotors and stuff for bicycles. That not only e-bikes, mountain bikes, but also road bikes and stuff. My road bike that's right next to it, I'm going to eventually be putting some new Galfer brakes on that eventually, but those are okay. They don't have as extreme use as my other bikes, so we'll wait. I'm going to allocate some money different spots. The motorcycle's next for brakes before the road bike. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it. Give this video a like, thumbs up, all that. I thought this was on the wrong side for a second. Like I said, give this video a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, everything. Comment on this. Find me on Instagram, TikTok. All the links for the description, including the brake pads for the Galfer ones that we're talking about right now. A link will be for that, but also the Tucker Speed link, which is the best link you could get, plus the coupon code right below it, so you save 10% on pretty much everything on their site using code RIDINGDAD. That's all down below. Thank you guys again. I'll see you on the next one, and until then, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.